All right. Changing it up tonight, going live. Lots to talk about, lots to see, and thought I'd go live and kind of do this a little different. Right. Check the light out. It'd be nice if I turn my phone down. I'm doing that so I can watch the comments. And I'm going to make this a podcast. This is going to be a real thing, but we're going to get a little interactive tonight. I'm going to try some new things. All right. It's certainly not an original idea. And there's my main man, Nick Sawal. So, folks, you can check him out. He is going to be on Oscar Mike Radio in 2 weeks, maybe. We did the episode, and he is doing the Irreverent Warriors. It's next week, October 1st. There we go. I'm actually getting this right. So Nick is the coordinator for the Irreverent Warriors Memphis hike out of Memphis, Tennessee. Really great talking to him. Part 3 of my my 5-part series on Irreverent Warriors in the state of Tennessee. Really liked the experience so far, talking with Bobby Smith Taylor from the Chattanooga hike, Zach Jenkins from Nashville, Nick, that was a good talk, from Memphis, and Jesse Haw from Knoxville. And then I'm going to end it with Andrew Farr, who kind of, made me aware of what Irreverent Warriors did for him. So it's just good, and more good, especially being able to go to my first hike in Nashville with Andrew, and it was a good experience, an eye-opening experience, and certainly one I hope to recreate. So one of the things that happened going back a couple of months ago is about a year ago, I met another veteran from Nashville, Dean Wegner, with Authentically American. And Dean is the CEO and founder of Authentically American, and they're an American apparel company. And hey, Jim, thanks for checking in. Love you, brother. Jim Tufts out of Florida, Oscar Mike Radio guest, and he's closing in on, or has done, 900 days of 22 push-ups a day to raise awareness for veterans suicide. And not only does he just do the push-ups, he also comes in with a motivational message to or a message of affirmation to really encourage us to band together as veterans and as people. And out of Seattle, checking in is Russell Pabst. Russell, good to see you, brother. I love you and love your fight. Well, Eric, how's it going? So I met Dean, and I had wanted shirts for a long time now, and I just couldn't get it to work. Right? I couldn't get it to work. Tried doing this, and wasn't really wild about anything that was out there. And so I'm doing this, and I meet Dean Wegner. Day 50, that's pretty savage, Jim. And we came into a relationship where Authentically American, Dean Wegner, creates, and well, not created, but makes sources and designs. A lot of the design work is done by his team, with my input, of course. Oscar Mike Radio stuff, and the whole point of that from day one, this is nothing new, other people have done it, but I never wanted to make money doing this. I wanted to take the proceeds of the sales and give them back to veterans and veteran service organizations. And there she is, Tamara Reynolds, checking in. Tamara out of the Carolinas. Now, folks, I'm going to tell you something. If you want to get strong or you want to see strength in action, maybe Sierra Mike, strength in motion. Maybe we'll do it like that. Tamara is your one to check out. She can literally take you from a 98-pound weakling to a savage badass. Thank you for checking in, Tamara. And thanks for the comment on the how. I'll get to that in a minute. So last April, May, the first set of Oscar Mike radio shirts launched. Yay. And these shirts that were sold back then, for the people who bought the first set, really just impressed me because it's COVID-19. It's completely crazy. The analysis said that launching any kind of product, branding or otherwise, right now is stupid, ignorant, foolhardy, far-fetched, a folly, not good thinking. But, talked about it with Andrew from Authentically American and Dean and the rest of the team. We're like, you know what? If the Wright brothers had waited for the perfect moment, we wouldn't be flying right now. We just went ahead and did it, and you all responded in a huge way by selling out the black and the heather. It's not gray, it's heather. It's not gray, it's heather color. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. So as I got with Vet Unite, which is, Mike Damon is the president of Vet Unite, and he created this PTSD or transition guide for military and veterans that is on its way being published. And, talking with Julie Lovely from Wild Heart's Therapeutic Equestrian program, it became clear that, COVID really had an impact on nonprofits, it goes without saying, to raise money this year. And right around that time, Dean told me about this sweat activated shirt that they were trying to mock up for me. And if I had my ducks in line, I thought I could share my screen, but I don't know if I can. Nope. That's yucky. Nope. Well, we'll go back. We'll do this a different way. But the thing that happened is there is a way to make a sweat activated shirt for me, and they did it. And so I got to preview that shirt during the hike, and the Nashville Silkies hike, excuse me. And one of the things I was thinking about as this shirt was coming together is, well, let's make this special because people really went out of their way to support me, really kind of just blew me away. And so I said, hey, we'll figure this out. So Andrew Polinsky and I got together, put our heads together, did the numbers, and we said, we're going to try to move 150 shirts. And my video just crashed. Come on. Don't know what's going on there. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. So here was the thought process behind it. If the video crashed on you, I'm sorry. Facebook is acting up. It has ever since COVID-19 hit. I don't know why. But here's the deal. We came up with a number of 150 shirts because that number in the proceeds from the sale of the shirt will really help Vet Unite and Wild Hearts Equestrian Therapeutic with their fundraising goals. Okay, but I'm like, let's do this up. Let's have some fun with this. So we talked, we figured it out, and here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a couple of things. Number one, first of all, I'm going to show you, before I get into the good stuff, how this works. I'm going to be careful because you can't really get water on my microphone or my mixer or anything else, but I'm going to show you what's the big deal is with this. So I'm just waiting for the stream to catch up, and then we'll do this. Okay, there we go. So the cool thing about this shirt is when it gets sweaty, wet, or moisture, it activates. And I'm going to show you all with the squirt bottle what happens when you spray the microphone up here. And it's really cool. There we go. There we go. Okay, so here's what happens. Ah, yes. And I gotta get it really soaked up, folks. During the hike in Nashville, it wasn't a problem. All right, there we go. Oh, cool. Yeah, there's a reason I'm doing this live, and it's just kind of messy tonight, but I love it because I really want to do this right. So, and wow, it actually turned out pretty good there on the camera. So this is what happens on the front. And if you get the back wet, if you look at the original Oscar Mike Radio shirts, the words Oscar Mike Radio will show up on the back as well. So this is just a very unique, cool thing. It really stood out when, you know, I started perspiring enthusiastically that Saturday in Nashville. And this is what makes it cool, right? I mean, you know, the microphone itself is kind of like, okay, yeah, that's right. But when you actually go out there, and if you're a runner or like me, a weightlifter, this becomes a whole different thing. So this is what happens to it. And, you know, we want to do something special with this shirt. And we tried to figure out what we're going to do. And so here's the deal. Now I've got all that done. You've seen the shirt. Here's a story. We're supporting two great veteran service organizations. I keep none of the money. The money does not go to me. I can tell you that the check is cut and sent right to the presidents of the, or executive directors of the two organizations that I listed, Vet Unite and Wild Hearts Therapeutic Equestrian program, which is how I wanted it. So I'm not making any money off this. I'm just trying to do something cool with what I got and have a little fun. So here's the fun part. Both orgs mean a lot to me. Both orgs really work overtime to serve veterans, and both orgs, you know, need our help and support. So here's what we're going to do. And some people already got a head start on this, but it's fine. If you buy one of these shirts, you're going to be entered into a raffle for a beanie hat and the OD green hoodie that I'm putting out this year. Okay, so that's if you buy one. But my goal is 150 of these. 150 of these. That really helps Vet Unite and Wild Hearts Therapeutic Equestrian program. And all kinds of good stuff happens. So here's what happens if we hit 150. And people have been already, you know, on this, but this is for you all. If 150 of these are moved, we're going to do a raffle again. We're going to do a raffle again for the entire 2021 product line in OD green. We'll do 2 sets. Okay, so we're already at three prizes: a hoodie and a beanie, and then 2 OD green sets. And what does that mean? That means you get a pair of shorts. We're making shorts next year. That means you get the OD green t-shirt, which has been in demand. You get the hoodie, skull cap, Turtis tumbler, and bandana, and the Nalgene bottle, all in OD green. Okay. So let me do that again. If you just buy one now, between now and December 15th, December 1st, I think it's what we're going to do. We're going to maybe push it to December 15th, depending upon how things go. But if you just buy a shirt, and I'll put the link here in the chat here in a second, you're going to be entered to win a hoodie and a skull cap. If we hit 150, the raffle opens up, and we will move 2 sets of the OD green complete product line for 2021. Okay. Now, the trifecta, because I'm all about stretch goals. Yes, I can stretch, although I'm not as flexible as Heather Clark, who's a Navy veteran yoga instructor. That was humbling. If you want to be entered into the ultimate raffle, and here's what we're going to do. There is, and you'll start seeing these come up in, the Facebook page for Oscar Mike Radio. I created in red, white, and blue edition of my stuff, and it's really, really cool. If you buy a shirt, like the Oscar Mike Radio Facebook page, and then invite your friends to the Oscar Mike Radio Facebook page, you all, those who do this, and I'll have the steps here over the next week so everybody understands how to do this and what's going on. But if you take it to that level, you buy a shirt, you like the page, you invite your friends to like the page. Okay, if you do all that, I'm going to put you to what I call the Ultimate Supply Drop Raffle. So that is the 2021 line in red, white, and blue. It's cool as all get out. And I'm going to get Two Sisters Arts to make a RB red, white, and blue tumbler for this. I'm going to get Seven's Grace to make a tumbler for it. And I'm going to throw in a 4-pack of Semper Savage salad dressing for my good friend John Curry and Stacy Curry. And last but not least, I will throw in one of these hats from Alpha Bravo Custom Designs, the newest partner with Oscar Mike Radio. So you're all hearing it first. I'm going to have like an official, prize list and how this all works and how to do this so you can get on it. But this to me is just a really cool way to take something I have, and you could say I don't have a lot, you could say I have a lot. Everything's relative, right? But the point is to use what I have to help people who support veterans. So if you're looking for Christmas presents, you're ahead of the game. You're looking for something cool for yourself, you're ahead of the game. If you want to support what I do, you can do that and get entered into that raffle. So that's it. That's it, but not it. This is not over yet. I'm going to talk about the hat now for a minute. This is really cool how it came together. I'm doing a show with the crew from Alpha Bravo Custom Designs. One of the guys I served in the Marine Corps with, his family has this company and turned me on to them. And they said, we do all this stuff with hats and everything, and we're doing this. I'm like, wow. Let me check on my comments. Well, hello, Michelle. Hello, Justin. Mike, Damon the Godfather, hello. And there she is, GQ. I'm bragging about you, GQ. And I can't help it. There's Coach Rocco watching. And you know, Coach, I'm going to tell you this. I don't know what it is, and I know you're married. I'm not trying to be inappropriate because I don't want Mr. Rocco upset at me, but ever since Nashville, Van Halen songs, you know, When It's Love, Show Me What Love Can Do, just take on a whole different meaning. She understands what that is. So good to see you. But again, the point was to do this and have some fun doing this and to use what I have to see if, you know, not only can people just listen to this, but also know that when you spend your dollar for some merch from a dude like me, that, you know, I'm not just going out and, you know, wasting it. I'm actually putting it back into vet orgs. So 150 of these really helps both orgs out, and 150 of these will unlock some really, really, really cool stuff. So I'm going to go over this one more time. Yeah, my shirt is still wet. You can still see the camo design in it. It's pretty cool. This is a special shirt created by Authentically American for Oscar Mike Radio. It's their sweat activated line. I can say that right. And we want to do something special for the, you know, latter half of this year and for veteran service organizations. So if you buy one of these shirts, you're going to be put into a raffle for the OD green hoodie and skull cap or beanie. Skull cap, beanie, I don't know. It's a stretchy hat that goes over your head. So if we sell 20 of these or 200 of these, that's going to happen. However, once we hit 150, there's going to be 2 more prizes for the complete product line in either OD green or tan, and we're going to have some polls going on during the OMR you know, shows for the next couple of weeks for you guys to see what this is all about, right? Then if you really want to take it to the next level, I'll have this all laid out for you. If you buy a shirt, okay, and if you like the Oscar Mike Radio Facebook page, and then invite your friends to the Oscar Mike Radio page, and I'll show you how to prove all that to me, I will put you in, and we hit 150, we will put you into the special red, white, and blue ultimate prize drawing. So that's all my 2021 gear in red, white, and blue. But I call it ultimate for a reason. Okay, GQ's on the chat right now. GQ, we're going to do a special red, white, and blue tumbler. I'm going to have Sevens Grace do a tumbler for this because they've both been guests on my shows. They're awesome veterans, and they're really trying to get their own business going. They're fantastic. I will have a 4-pack of salad dressing from Simper Savage, John and Stacy Curry, awesome people. And then I will throw in a Alpha Bravo custom design hat, because this one almost got taken by my children tonight. The only reason it's not gone is because it doesn't fit their heads. It fits mine. So I just want to have some fun with this between the end of the year. I didn't just want to get on social media and, you know, blab about, you know, oh my God, you know, I'm just trying to sell this shirt and buy this shirt, buy this shirt, buy this shirt. I wanted this to mean something. A lot of you supported me. A lot of you already bought this shirt, which is pretty awesome. You're already entered into the raffle if you bought the shirt. If you want to take it to another level, you can. And really get on a roll going into 2021. So let me check the comments here real quick. I got Danielle's watching. Hello, Danielle. Now, Danielle, I've got a couple of them here. I'm going to Authentically American to put the link to the shirts in the chat. There we go. Here we go. But I'm going to talk about my Cocktails in the War Room family. And the reason I kind of knew this would work, I can't take complete credit for this, is Mistress Carrie, who was a DJ for WAAF, started doing this thing in March where she'd get online, much like I'm doing, although she is certainly, you know, better at this than I am some nights. Well, every night. But she started doing this thing where she engaged with people, you know, during the COVID-19, you know, just upheaval. And she got this idea to take shirts and, you know, do what I'm doing now. You know, I was selling shirts before she was, but, you know, she took it to another level, and she sold almost 800 shirts and raised, I think, correct me if I'm wrong here, family, you know, close to $7,000 for the Massachusetts Military Support Foundation. And I'm like, well, if she can do it, you know, I can do it. So, you know, here's where we are. I got the link into the chat there. But Danielle and I hang out in the Cocktails in the War Room family. And I do church on Sunday nights, and Danielle tunes in. I got Paola Cicerone, another Cocktails in the War Room family member, and Thomas also. Thank you very much for coming by tonight. So you can click on that link there in the chat and go right to the store and check them out. And you can also see some of the first shirts that were done, and they were done, the modeling was done by Jonna Harris, who did an awesome job, and those are still for sale. Those are not part of this promotion, by the way, so you've got to get the sweat activated, the sweat tee. That's what you have to get. So, you know, get in on that. So I've had a really good time doing this. Once I got my groove back, I generally do not do a lot of live streams. It's just can be a lot to handle, and I don't quite have, I just don't do it a whole lot. I don't know why. So, but I'm doing it tonight. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this video and turn it into a podcast. That's always fun for me. And that's where I am. As I close this out, 4 years ago, this was nothing. This was some dude sitting in, you know, a closet because the sound was good. And, you know, I was trying to figure this stuff out. I never, ever thought that I'd be doing something like this, or that people would support it. And I have been humbled over the last 2 weeks where, you know, I hadn't even announced the raffle. I didn't tell anybody about that, and people said, "I'm in. I'll buy one." And it's just crazy, in a very, very good way, because this whole thing could have gone a different way. And oh, one thing I need to tell you all, if I didn't tell you already, is everything made by Authentically American is 100% sourced, designed, shipped, and customer relations are all 100% done in the United States. So that's the thread, the dye, the printing process, the shipping, the logistics, the design. It's veteran owned by Dean Wegner, West Point graduate Army pilot, Army Ranger, who started the company, and, you know, right here in the U.S. employs veterans, and has this program where if you're like me and want to, you know, use your merchandise to, you know, give back to a nonprofit. In this case, for me, it's just a military or veterans service organizations, 2 of them. You can do that, or you can keep the money. But I never want to keep the money. I get none of this, and that's what I wanted, because you know, it's easy to be sensational. It's easy to be, you know, sexy in a way. It's easy to you know, market negativity, but I wanted to prove in a way that good works. And it's kind of, if you know anything about this, the media business, good doesn't sell, right? Good doesn't really, you know, work, but I think it can, and I know it will, because I've already seen the support that I've gotten just in my little corner of the world. And so all I'm going to say is, over the next, you know, week, next month, you will see, you know, more photos of the shirt in action. I will have the complete breakdown of how the raffles are going to work, and then I'm even going to try to profile, you know, get Mike Damon back on the line, and Julie Lovely, who, you know, crew their organizations, and talk to them about this, so you can see where your money is going when you purchase, you know, my shirt. So again, I'm going to tilt this down, and honestly, this stays up for a while. Like when you if you get your cardio on, or me, I got rained on in Nashville, and I got squirt gunned in Nashville. That was pretty funny. Tamara and Heather, you know, kind of got in on the fun, and they seemed really like they didn't have any reluctance. Like you know, they had no problem, you know, taking their little squirt guns and getting me with this. So I don't know why they were so motivated, but they really did. I mean, this stays up for a while. It does dry out, then goes back to the normal microphone, but it does stay up for a while, and it's cool as all get out. And I'm going to close with this. If you have a organization or a company and you want apparel made, and you really care about, you know, where your apparel's made, you know, you can get with Authentically American, and they will hook you up. Tell them I sent you, and we'll see what happens. All right. I'm going to start shutting this down, but again, this is number 208, Sweat Activated. I'm going to transform this into a podcast with the magic that I do behind the scenes. And I want to thank Dean Wegner. I want to thank Authentically American and Andrew and Sarah, and, you know, all the crew for what they've done to help my brand and, you know, create American jobs. Had a great time, you know, testing this out at the Nashville Silkies hike through Irreverent Warriors. Big shout out to Zach Jenkins, Andrew Farr, Cindy McNally, sorry. And, you know, had a great time there with Coach Danielle Rocco. Just a lot of fun. So again, this came out, people saw it, people started buying it 2 weeks ago. Want to make sure everybody gets in on the fun. If you have any questions, just PM me, and I will have the complete breakdown of how the raffles are going to work. And then it's going to be a really cool thing when Authentically American cuts the checks for these two orgs. So as I say now, when I started Oscar Mike Radio, I said, you know, veteran in action. But now I'm saying mission in flight, and you'll understand that when you see the new designs. So good stuff. Thank you very much for checking this out, and let me know if you have any questions. We're in flight.